Hello, friends. So good you can join me today. Today we have a wonderful subject on the principle of faith, positive faith. And we're so blessed to have today a guest of ours, David Hart.
Pleased to meet you.
Who has, I've been guest on his show before many times, and we're so glad that we have him here today. You know, Jesus said that if you have faith, all things are possible unto you. Now that is positive faith. And he also said that if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, all things would be possible unto you. Now, friends, you already have faith within you. Faith is already within you. But it's according to how you use your faith that will determine your outcome. Whether that faith, you use your faith positively, as we shall explore today, or whether you use it negatively. You see, faith can be used either negatively or positively. And you know, today, with this economic situation today, many people are gravely concerned. They are fearful of the new round of job cuts, the various situations going on in Asia, with the various other countries of wars and rumors of wars, and even here in our own country and city and town, the social and economic situations that many of us face. And Jesus said that we should not judge by appearances. You see, when you judge by appearances and you begin to be fearful and the shadow of doubts come upon you and you fall prey to those doubts, then that's when you're using your faith negatively. And we should instead use our faith positively, and in using our faith positively, we will realize good. And in using it negatively, that's when we begin to have illnesses, various other catastrophes and destruction come upon us, because this faith is there like the air we breathe. You can choose to close your nose and not use the air, and then of course you face the results of that. Well, you can use your faith negatively and you can have destruction. Use it positively and you have constructive faith and constructive ideas and constructive good happen in your life. Now we're going to have a reading from Brother David Hart on the matter of faith from the 23rd Psalm.
Hi, I'm blessed to be here, and the 23rd Psalms. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
You see there now the 23rd Psalm. That is what I'm speaking of, positive faith. You see there the psalmist is declaring that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You see, that is the kind of positive faith and expectation that divine love, the infinite, the great I am, knows what things we have need of. Just as Jesus stated, take no anxious thought for your life, what you shall eat, what you shall drink, what you shall wear, put on. For God knows what things you have need of, and he will provide. Divine love will fulfill all of your needs. That is positive faith. In spite of the appearances, in spite of the doom and gloom forecasts from the economist, in spite of what your television news may bombard you with, or the newspaper may tell you is going on, Cling to this positive faith that the 23rd Psalm, that the Lord will provide, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all your days of your life. Surely good things, good outcomes based upon your good expectations will arise. Now I have here a poem, a few words of inspiration. Walk by faith. Walk by faith as you live day by day. Let great expectations lead you surely along the way. Walk by faith in the dark and stormy night, when trials and tribulations fill your trembling heart with dread and great fright. Walk by faith through the mysterious unknown. Don't be afraid to take another step, although you're out there on your own. Walk by faith in spite of the hydra-headed doubt. Go boldly on, trusting that everything will goodly work out. Walk by faith through the tears you cry. Though you think you're a failure, trust again. Think you can. Give it one more try. Yes, friends, God wants us to walk by faith. It also says in the Word that without faith, it is impossible to please Him. So when we walk by faith, even though we don't see what it is that we're going for, you see, if you see what you're going for, you see that if it's manifested, what need of you have faith for? It is when you have walking by faith in spite of the appearances of destruction, in spite of the appearances of illnesses, in spite of the appearances of so-called bad luck, that you continue to walk by faith in God, and the Lord will provide for you. Now let's have a few more readings on the subject of faith. Here we have reading from Hebrews chapter 11. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because God had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony, that he pleased God. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you see there, friends, that the Bible clearly states that we must have faith in order for us to please the Lord, in order for us to realize the demonstration, in order for us to bring about the manifestation of the good that we desire in our lives. Now we'll have another reading for Brother David Hart, Psalm 91.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge, my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noise and pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and butler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy right side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither any plague come nigh thy dwellings, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hand, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion, the adder, the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Thank you, Brother David Hart. You
Amen.
see there in the Bible, in the 91st Psalm, that the promises of God are there for us. That God, no matter what pestilence, no matter what arrows may come, no matter what sort of destruction may waste at the noonday, that we can have assurance, that we can have trust that God shall be our refuge. And that's positive faith. That is the kind of faith, and using your faith positively in knowing and trusting the blessed assurance that God certainly shall provide and shall protect you wheresoever you goeth, in the valley low or the mountain steep, that God, the divine love, the infinite all good is there for us. Now let's have a song. Just a little faith. You see, friends, with faith, even as a grain of mustard seed, we can accomplish. With just a little faith as a mustard seed, I can do mighty deeds. With just a little faith of a mustard seed, I shall have victory. Faith is a power that helps you overcome. It gives confidence and hope to everyone. Nothing can withstand the one who truly believes. I have the power, I will succeed. Just like Jesus, the 5,000 did feed. Oh, with just a little faith, I can do anything. Just a little faith, I can walk upon the sea. Just a little faith, nothing is impossible to me. Noah believed and escaped the floods to dry land. Daniel's faith saved him from destruction in the lion's den. Sarah, barren of seed, soon did conceive. Job trusted in, never doubted, and he was received. Little David with the slingshot made mighty Goliath the many miracles of old, 'cause God can save your soul. With just a little faith of a mustard seed, I can do mighty deeds. Just a little faith of a mustard seed. Nothing is impossible to me. Just a little faith as a mustard seed is all you need. Yes, friends. You see, it doesn't take much faith, but it does take that positive faith, that grain of mustard seed faith, for you to realize the benefits that can come, the positive good that can come into your life and change your world around. You see, you must have positive faith. Think in terms of, I have positive faith that I can handle whatever is before me. When you have positive faith that you can handle whatever is before you, you will summon the strength and the power from God on high to help you to achieve that desire and overcome and rise to meet the challenges that you face in your life. I have positive faith that I'm making the right decision. Yes, if you have a decision that you're tossing and turning and worrying about what to do, have positive faith that I'm making the right decision concerning the matter, that it will work out for the highest good of all concerned. I have positive faith that in God, yes, you must have faith in God in order for you to have positive faith, because God represents positive, all good, constructiveness. It says in the Bible, I will wait on the Lord and trust in Him, and God shall bring about that which you need and that which you desire and supply all your needs. So you see, if we have that positive faith, that faith of a grain of mustard seed, then we shall realize the benefits. Now let's have a few words from the Bible. It's from Matthew. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be made whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that very hour. Now, friend, here's a clear example of positive faith. You see, the woman, in having the issue of blood for 12 years, she had went to all sort of doctors, and she went to all sort of people, and she was not healed. She was not delivered of that issue that she had. But when Jesus came into town, she had positive faith. She didn't think negatively, oh, will I get close to him? Will he heal me? Will it work out right? Oh, she didn't let the shadow of doubt come upon her, worrying about, would he pay attention to her? Would he even come? Would he even heal her? No, she had positive faith. She used her faith in a positive way, thinking in her heart, within her mind, that if she but reached out and touched the hem of his garment, that she will be made whole. Well, you see, we too, we must have faith in spite of the circumstances, and not be fearful, and not take our worry beads in the hand, and not lay awake at night tossing and turning about tomorrow. As Jesus says, take no anxious thought for the morrow, nor because tomorrow will take thought for the things of itself. So we should also have faith in what the Bible promises. Again from Matthew. Then Jesus answered and said, then came the disciples to Jesus apart and said, why could we not cast him out? And Jesus said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall happen, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Yes, you may face a mountain in your life right now, a huge towering mountain before you, and you have doubt. The shadow of doubt comes upon you as to, can I climb this situation? Can I overcome it? Will God remove this obstacle? And you pray, but you see, if you're not faithful in a positive way, you're using your faith negatively. How can you expect God to move that mountain out of your way when the shadow of doubt is standing between you and God? No, we must remove that shadow of doubt. We must have certainty. We must have blessed assurance and trust that God can remove that mountain, and we can be realized victory shall come in our life. Now, additional readings from Hebrews. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith he sojourned into the land of promise, and in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs of him of the same promise. For he looked for the city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is God. By faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not, when she had received the spies with peace. And what more shall I say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and Barak and of Samson and of Jephthah and David also and of Samuel and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the violence of fire and the sword, and out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. You see, friends, all these biblical figures, they had faith, and these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise, God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. Yes, friends, we should indeed have great faith in God, and we shall indeed receive the promises, and we shall indeed be made free of whatever situation. We don't have to worry about the economy or what's going on in a foreign land, or the social conditions, or wars, or rumors of wars, or whatever problems or challenges. Use your faith in a positive way, and you will receive positive good, you will receive positive benefits, and you will have deliverance over the adversary. Now let's have just a few more readings. Brother David, finally, will read a few more words for us.
Psalms 111 or 112.
112.
Praise ye the Lord. Blessed is the man that feareth the Lord, that delighteth greatly in his commandment. His seed shall be mighty upon the earth. The generations of the upright shall be blessed. Wealth and riches shall be in his house, and his righteousness endureth forever. Unto the upright there riseth light in the darkness, and he is gracious and full of compassion and righteous. A good man showeth favor and lendeth. He will guide his affairs with discretion. Surely shall not be moved forever. The righteous shall be everlasting remembrance. He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord.
Thank you, Brother David Hart. You see, there is positive faith. If your heart is fixed and trusting in the Lord, in the promises that God has provided in the Bible, we shall indeed receive the good that we desire. And remember, let's have positive faith that things will work out right. Positive faith can take you to a higher place. Positive faith can run the race. If you fall down on your face, get back up with positive faith. Gird up your loins and take a stand. Conquer self-doubt because you can. Like the rose, sweet perfume fills the air. With the mustard seed of faith, it can take you anywhere. From the valley low and the mountain steep, you can get back on your feet. Positive faith is all you need. Positive faith in word and deed. If you fall down on your face, get back up in the race. All you have to do is believe in positive faith. Positive faith can take you to a higher place. Positive faith will help you have grace. Yes, friends, keep that positive faith and you will realize the benefits of God's blessings in your life.